All right, so here's the summary. We call our program the Makes Me Healthy program, and it basically is constituted by nearly 8 hours of video tutorials. You also get a copy of our electronic ebook. There are tons of supporting materials that come with it, including the food lists. And then there are additional video tutorials that help you do everything in this diet, from choosing what foods you're going to eat and which ones to avoid, down to how you travel in the keto lifestyle and so on. So quickly to summarize, the MAKSME program, the Makes Me Healthy program, is defined by the following acronym, where M is for metering, because we believe that when you shift into this lifestyle, you have to be able to determine how well you're doing in it. And the only way to know that is to have numbers. So we advocate in particular for using a meter to determine blood glucose and ketones. Ketones is one of the fundamental things that needs to be measured to determine whether or not you are actually in ketosis, because the keto lifestyle involves shifting from the standard American diet, which is high in carbohydrates, low in fat, to a diet which is high in fat and low in carbohydrates. And the way that we know whether or not we're successful in that shift and that we're keeping the carbs low is by measuring fasting glucose and, in particular, the ketones. We advocate for the A is for app or logbook, because there are basically at minimum 4 biomarkers that need to be measured and recorded. And the beauty of the Heads Up Health app, which we utilize in our company, which is the most advanced biomarker app in the world at this point, it allows a platform where the health coach, that's me, can monitor the data that you're putting in there. And then you and I have an intelligent discussion about what's happening with things like blood pressure, fasting glucose, ketones, and your weight. K is for keto, and this is basically a very long section in the course. It outlines the things you can eat, the foods that you have to avoid, down to how much salt you should be eating, and so on. And then the S, M, and E refer to the other 20%. So let me clarify that if you are going to be successful in the keto lifestyle, that 80% of that is getting the diet right. This is going to reverse diabetes, it's going to reverse obesity, and it will reverse cardiovascular disease. The other 20% involves getting adequate sleep, managing your stress in your life, keeping the stress low, and moving enough, right? Getting enough exercise. Here is just a quick shot of, obviously there's a logbook, but you're looking at the screen of the Heads Up Health app. And this is my data, and you can see that I'm showcasing my weight, blood glucose, blood pressure, and my ketones. I enter my data, I walk the talk. So as your health coach, I'm entering my data every single day. And on this platform, I can look at the data you're entering, and then we can talk about what's going on with the lifestyle and perhaps what kinds of changes you need to make in order to be successful. Here's just a quick slide to emphasize that we go literally through everything you can imagine in terms of what foods are okay to eat and which ones are not. We also deal with issues like restaurants and travel, because this can be stressful for somebody who's shifting out of the world of the carboholics into one where we reduce the amount of carbs in the diet. And so how do you navigate restaurants? How do you navigate when you're traveling either inside our country or internationally? Those things are both discussed. Food cravings and food addictions, which happen to be some of the biggest barriers to being able to shift from the standard American diet into the keto lifestyle. And then finally, the course makes it very simple for you to make this change to the lifestyle. It's easy to follow, and it's easy to learn. It's a very elegant approach to being successful in the keto lifestyle. Okay.